see. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Tango Movement Lab. And today we have a little bit of a different setup because I want to take you down to the feet. So understanding from the title and continuing on from what we have been working on since last week, we want to find the proper timing for our pivots. So, in order to be able to pivot around and feel comfortable, because okay, a pivot is generally, a little bit of a demanding movement. So, in order to do that, you need to find the right alignment and we need to find the proper timing. So, this is exactly what we're going to be working on. And if you have, let's see, an acupuncture ball like this one or a tennis ball, something like that, we're gonna start with some gentle massage of the feet. So it's gonna be a double gain. Try to focus on areas that might be feeling tight. Of course, that's one issue that's important, but also try to focus on the areas that are more supported, meaning they have more meat. And there you can, as you can understand, you can put more weight. There are more weight bearing areas compared to other areas that that you can feel are not as supported. So it gives you, the structure will give you an idea of the trajectory of the weight shift. So with no further ado, get the body, and I'm gonna take you down to the feet. Let's hope that this is going to be a successful transition. There we go. Okay, it is working, thankfully. All right, and same goes for YouTubers. There we go. Okay, perfect. So let's see. Okay, so place, especially if you have an acupuncture ball, you want to be aware that it has those different level of little perky things. So you might want to test the waters of how much weight you want to put on it, but also for the tennis ball as well. The more forward you are, like I'm doing now, the more weight, and of course you can do this standing as well. So place the metatarsal head, so this pad that you have at the front, over the ball. Relax the toes and go from right to left. Nice and easy. And of course, when you're doing this at home, you can add more time to it. We're gonna do it in a more restricted, within the limitations of our time together today. Okay, and gently move the body under the middle of the foot, and again you go left and right, and we have the toes. The toes will help us swing one way and the other, but the movement is more in the leg. And here too, you can adjust your foot over the ball to get to areas that might be feeling a little bit tighter. So that's totally up to you. And slowly come back to center and bring your heel over the ball. Whoops. There we go. Maybe I need some assistance there from the other foot. And try to go all the way to pronation and supination, so you can get to the outer edges. Oops, sorry guys, you can't see. So supinate is this, pronate is this, the opposite. So try to get all the way to the outer edge of the heel. Good, and come back to center. And now bring the ball not at the edge of your heel, but not somewhere between the heel and the middle of the foot, and you can see how my foreleg aligns over this spot. And gently create little pulses, very gentle pulses. And this is the subtalar joint. And we have the exercise of the week of last week speaks a little bit more to that. So you can you can go out to YouTube and find that exercise. Talks a little bit more about the subtalar joint there. Okay. There we go. One more. And place this foot off the ball and do exactly the same thing. Little pulses over the floor. Don't be too aggressive. Good. Last one. And finishing off, go and roll forward and back with the ball. Try to notice any areas of the foot that might need a little bit more care and that might hold, get an idea from the ball where the areas of more meat are. Certainly the front, the outer edge, and the heel, right? Okay. And change over. Change over to the other side. And here again, we start from the beginning. Place the metatarsal head over the volley. Oops, this was about to happen. It always happens at least once. There we go. I'm going to help with my other foot. Good. And go from left to right. That's it. Let's do two more, going right and left. Good. And come back to the center and bring the foot over, the ball over, the foot over, the middle of the foot over the volley. There we go. I got it right. And you notice here, like we were saying, at the inner edge, once you start coming in over it, you start to feel that you're losing your support. Compared to the outer edge, that there is a lot more surface there to massage over. There's more meat there to massage over. You don't feel that you're falling into the structure, or the structure is falling over the ball, better said. So those are cues that we're looking for. Good. Last one. There we go. And bring the heel over the ball. Let me just go a little bit further back. Use the other foot if you needed to stop the ball from rolling away. And you're going in supination. This is supinate. And pronation to go to the outer edges of your heel. Let's do one more for each side. That's it. And bring the ball right under the subtalar joint. There we go. And create little pulses. Very gentle pulses. Don't be aggressive. There we go. Keep your foot slightly flexed, so don't let it drop on the floor. There we go. Two more. And last one. And step that foot away and create those same pulses without the ball. Try to wake up that area. There is movement in that area that we tend to keep still sometimes. And that can cause quite interesting problems, from just, your hamstrings being tight to your calves being tight to Achilles issues and plantar fasciitis. Okay, and one last little bit. Bring the ball right underneath your foot again, and you roll forward and back. And again, here you can add as much pressure as you feel that you need. Try to roll through the whole foot. Noticing areas that might feel tight. All right. Last one. Good. And gently release. Let's take the body off to the side and just take a moment to notice how your feet are feeling over the floor. Hopefully they're feeling awake. Now, if you have a set of socks, please bring them on. There we go. Maybe halfway, like me, or the whole sock. Really up to you. Okay. And I'm just going to turn you guys around just a little bit so we have a little bit more space. There we go. Perfect. So now we're going to trace in the same way, in a little rebound, we're going to trace those meaty areas. We already identified that the arch, the inner part of the foot, doesn't have too much meat to support. So we already know that this outer part and around the metatarsals is the trajectory suggested by the structure. So with a gentle heel strike, not being aggressive, with a gentle heel strike, direct your weight towards the outer edge of the foot and slowly allow 5 toes to come down to the floor, and you feel the weight shifting over the metatarsal head, and you reverse. Roll and reverse. Also notice that I'm not stepping out here nor crossing over the other foot. So I'm trying to find with my heel the center line of the body. And just focus on the front foot for now. And still feel that the massage hasn't stopped. You're still massaging, you're still looking for areas that might need a little bit more of a massage, and those are usually the meaty areas. Good. There we go. That's it. Let's do one more. And change feet. So as you change feet, you bring the other leg up, you let it dangle. Take a moment to feel that it's relaxed from the hip. And now your heel, notice that your heel is finding the center line of the body. Swing and roll. And notice that one side might be, for one side it might be easier to articulate compared to the other. So that's also expected. Notice how your feet are feeling over the floor. Notice also what happens in the rest of the leg. So the knees are staying rather soft, so we're not locking them like this. And they are alternating, so they're not staying in the same position like so. Okay, let's do one more and come back. I'm just going to turn my back to you so you can see the back. So let's step back. And again, when we're stepping back, we don't want to step out here, but we don't want to cross the feet. So gently swing like we have done many times before. And you're not going over the big toe. This is, especially for the followers, this is a very dangerous habit. So because you can see how changes the alignment of my ankle. It feeds up to the knee and the hip. So you're aiming for the second and third metatarsal heads. And then you start rolling towards the back. So it's almost like a little banana shape. Okay. Notice also that I'm not dropping my heel. Instead, I'm priming that back leg to receive weight. And notice also that when we actually reach the end, we're not in the middle of the heel like this, or the inner edge, of course. We're more slightly offset. Last one. And change feet. Swing back and roll. Notice what's happening in the rest of the body. Allow for your upper body to be supportive of this movement. Good. 2 more. Last one. That's it. And come back into center. Okay, let me turn this way. Now, we're gonna go between the 2 feet. So again, find the stagger stance, and try to find the banana shape going forward, but also focusing on both feet, the front and the back. So you have more of an S or a figure 8 between the 2 feet. So try to find that. Combining basically the two figures at the base of the 2 feet. And allow for the upper body to also be supportive of this action. Good. Now keep going and try to shift your focus on the point of arrival here, and then let it go to roll back. Point of arrival, let it go. Point of arrival, let it go. Good. Last one. Point of arrival, pivot. So we keep rolling. Don't change this in this figure 8. Don't change it, but notice when you arrive, do 2 rebounds, and rebound and pivot, and 2 rebounds, and rebound and pivot. So you notice that spot basically here between the second and third metatarsal head is the spot that you want to hit to pivot. So let's see, how can we become more aware through this figure 8 over the sole of the foot? Become more aware of where that spot is, and pivot. Let's do 2 more on this side, and pivot. Last one, and pivot. Good. Keep the feet as they are. We're going to take our focus to the back foot. So basically when you're doing back ochos, usually common mistake, this is too fast. We haven't reached that point yet. It's not a matter of where your weight is or where the point of contact is. It's a matter of where your weight is, how your weight is aligned over your feet. So let's see. Let's find that alignment. Find that alignment. Notice how your weight is distributed over the back foot once you finish those figure eights. Now you take your focus to the back foot and find those figure eights. Yeah. Good. And now take your focus over the alignment over that back foot. Find that spot between the second and third metatarsals and add the pivot. 2 rebounds and pivot. 2 rebounds and pivot. 2 rebounds and pivot. Keep going. And you can of course go slower. You don't need to match my speed if it's too fast. And go. And go. Let's do one more for the back foot. And go. Fantastic. As you are, change feet. If your right foot was at the front, now it's going to be your left and vice versa. So start with the rebounds. Notice the differences between the 2 feet and find that banana shape. This would be the front foot and this would be the back foot, and we want them to be in coordination. So we're going from one foot to the other foot, from one foot to the other foot, from one foot to the other foot. Yeah? Here we go. Good. Just a little bit more. And now take your focus over this spot between the second and third metatarsals. That's our spot. That's where we want to end up at the end of a shift of weight. And that's a spot over which we want to pivot. Oops. Good. If you feel ready, let's go 2 rebounds and 2 and pivot and rebound, rebound and pivot, rebound, rebound and pivot, rebound, rebound and pivot. Let's keep going. Let's do 4 more on this side. And pivot. And rebound, rebound, and pivot. Good. 2 more. Rebound, rebound, and pivot. Last one. Rebound, rebound, and pivot. Good. Let's go straight into noticing that, finding that spot over the back foot. So we're still, first we're looking for this, a wave between the 2 feet. So find the wave first, because that allows you to find that spot of alignment easier, makes that finding easier. Good. And now take your mind over the back foot, find that alignment there. Prepare yourself, become aware of where that spot is. And here we go. 2 rebounds. Rebound. And add the pivot. Rebound. Rebound. And pivot. Rebound. Rebound. And pivot. Rebound. And pivot. There we go. Rebound. Rebound and pivot. 3 more. pivot. Up, rebound, rebound, and pivot. Last one. Oops, overexcitement. And pivot. Good, fantastic. Take a moment to notice how your feet are feeling. Probably more warm and as if they have a mind of their own and that's now awake. And we have time for a little dance. So let me bring you back up here. There we go. And yeah, that's it. Okay. So we have time for a little dance. And I'm just going to put some music on like we usually do. And we're going to dance away. Don't try not to get too much into the sequencing or doing something super fancy. Instead, take your time. Make it more a dance for the feet. let's put it that way. And I think, yeah. Let me see.
Pasa el bondi, el vecino, pasan los días por la ciudad. Llueven baldes de vino y el siglo deja de respirar.
Good.
Muere el poeta clavándose una virome en el corazón. Rezan las putas pa' que sus hijas tengan una vida mejor. Mucho mejor. La noche y la ciudad mueren solas. Ay, Dios. Yo veo pasar mi vida junto a la aurora. Me duermo un par de horas, me muero y sueño la eternidad. Mientras mi perro devora el arbolito de Navidad. Guau, guau, yeah. La noche y la ciudad mueren solas. Ay, Dios. Yo veo pasar mi vida junto a la aurora. Pasa el bondi, el vecino, pasan los días ya sin piedad. Llueven bombas sin alma sobre las almas de otra ciudad. El mundo se desliza ya, la balanza está en un cajón. Juega la golf en Venus, verde en Cebolla y Constitución. La noche y la ciudad se mueren solas. Ay Dios. Yo veo pasar mi vida junto a la aurora y me voy. Y me voy. Y me voy.
Okay. Let's hit pause. Okay. So, this was our practice for today. We're gonna be focusing in the upper body in the next practice. So, I'm just letting you know so you can prepare. keep an eye out for the exercise of the week that is coming out on Friday and is going to be exactly about this, preparing us for our next Tango Movement Lab. So there too, we're going to be looking at the upper body and how it moves in support of what the feet are doing, or in coordination of what the feet are doing, and how that allows for the two partners to move together without having to fight each other too much, or having to fight each other at all. So that's our goal for next week. Take good care, keep on moving, keep on dancing, and I will see you then. Bye bye.